All right, take two. Last one did not work. I don't know what I did. All right, so today is April 16th. Happy Thursday. Okay, so today I'm going to start with a little riddle. And then you will email me your answer and we'll see if any of you get it. So there's a man and he's washing windows and he is on the 25th floor of an apartment building. And he slips and he falls. And he has no cushions and he has no safety equipment. And somehow miraculously he does not get hurt. So, how is this possible? Email me your answer, I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay, announcements for today. Happy birthday, Shri. Yay, happy birthday, Shri. We'll do a Flipgrid for you. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Read Aloud by Kate DiCamillo. She's one of my favorites, and it's an interesting story. Remember, as a reminder, I can see all of your benchmark, so I can see what you have not done and all the good stuff you have done. I have been doing comments, so I think Mandy said it's at the bottom. I'm not really sure. It shows up on mine. I'm not sure how it shows up on yours. So if you can see my comments and make changes and improvements, I think you can go back. So when there's red little squiggles, it's spelling, so go check it. If it's blue, it's something else. I can see your writing, and I can see if you have done any iReady. And we talked about prioritizing, and I'll do that again in a minute, but just some of you have done nothing. And I know we're just kind of trying to figure this out and get into it. So let's see what you can do. Maybe a little something, something. And, but, you know, don't work too hard. Find your balance. If you need a book, we talked about this during our Zoom meeting. Please let me know. You can email me. Let me know if there's something. I don't know if I'll have something, or I can just pick something I think you might like from my house, and I can clean it, wipe it down, put it on my porch, give your parents my address, and they can come pick up a book. So I need you to be reading every day for your 30 minutes, and that's in addition to everything else that we're doing. So have something that you're enjoying, and holy cow, throw a towel outside and go sit outside because it's beautiful out here. Let's see. Okay, so now we'll get into today. So today, and I think I'll just show you my board. Okay, that's not the board. That's the board. Okay. So April 16th, prioritize. That's what we're going to focus on today. We're going to look at our schedule and the kind of sort of amount of time you should be working on other stuff. If you want to take any notes, feel free to do that. So today you're going to read a new story called The Waterwise Landscaper. It's an interview, which is a new kind of genre. It's a little different. You're going to look for key details and main idea. You're only reading the first 2 pages today, which are pages 6 and 7, and then tomorrow you'll do 8 and 9. There you go, the next 2 pages. And you'll do the same thing, finding your key details and main idea. Today I think you're formatting it in bullets. Tomorrow I believe you have to do an actual paragraph, but I'll talk about that tomorrow. Getting ahead of myself. In writing, you're going to continue to work on your American Revolution essay, and I'm hoping that you will just use the information that's in your social studies book. You do not need to go and research any more additional information. So you have 3 events are your focus that caused the American Revolution. So if I said, those are your 3 right there: war, tax, other. So war was the French and Indian War. You can read about that on page 100. That caused Britain to be in debt, so they needed the money. So then, as a result of that, they taxed the colonists, and you'll see that on page 101, 102, 103. Yes, there were lots of taxes, just like there are today. And so that ticked the people off. And then the other, if you look at page 103 and 104, you're going to see the Boston Massacre, you're going to see the Boston Tea Party, you're going to see them closing Boston Harbor, things that they did, that the British did, that kind of just ticked the people off. So those are the events that led to the American Revolution. So it is a 5-paragraph essay, which means you have an introduction. I've seen some good hooks out there, kind of asking questions like, how would you like to be bossed around and told what to do? Well, the colonists didn't like it, and these are some of the things that... So you guys have some great hooks out there. So first paragraph is your introduction with your hook and your reasons or events. And then your next 3 paragraphs would be event, event, event. And then your conclusion is your 5th paragraph. So summing it all up, restating all those events. And that's that. All right. Anything else? Okay, let's talk about prioritizing before I get to math. So I kind of wrote up a schedule. And this is what I tried to show you during our meeting yesterday. But it didn't really turn out. So... oh my gosh, my battery's low. Come in a hurry. All right, morning video, about 10 minutes. Math classwork, about 30 minutes. iReady Math would be another 30. Benchmark reading, annotating, it'd be about 20. So when you read that little story. The activity on your Google Docs is in 10 minutes. iReady reading 30 minutes, and then spend about 30 minutes on writing. So if you're prioritizing, the ones that are going to be a little bit, we'll say less important, are going to be your iReady reading and your iReady Math. So I would rather you spend more time on your math classwork and maybe skip the iReady Math. Same thing with Benchmark. If you need more time for this, then you can skip that. So I'm not just giving you a free pass saying you don't have to do it, but I am saying you need to kind of prioritize and figure out how long things are taking. This should not go over 3 hours probably. Now again, if you're messing around and you're goofing off, then yeah, it's going to take you longer, so that doesn't count. Your independent reading should be done in addition to that, so that does not count as that 3 hours. Okay, so for the math, transitioning into math, we are continuing with metric units, and we're doing mass today, which is in grams. So in my first video, I already wrote on this, so I think I'll flip it over. That's what I'll do. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. It kind of does the same thing from the last ones, where it shows on the top the squares, which I don't use. So if I can get the lid off of my pen, I'm going to put my K, H, D. This is my units, which is grams. This is really tricky, so I apologize if I'm not focusing my camera in the right place. That's an M. Okay, so we have grams, decigram, centigram, milligram, and then these are the bigger ones. So you got kilograms, different forms of measure. So same idea, you're just going to be kind of moving decimals around. So if we're going to start with this one right here, we're going to go 3/1000ths of a gram, and we're going to change that into milligrams. So that's going grams to milligrams. So if you look up here, it goes grams to milligrams, so it's going in that direction. So I'm going to write my arrow going that way. And how many places does grams to milligram go? 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go here, go 1, 2, 3. That leaves me with 3 milligrams. Okay, pause this at all if you need me to slow down. I'm not going to slow down because my battery's going to die. Okay, so we're going kilograms to grams. So if we're going kilograms to grams, it's going that direction again. Boop, and kilograms to grams is going to be 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go right here, go 1, 2, 3, add a 0. That makes it 3,050 grams. One more, and then I'm going to try the word problem, and we'll see if I have time. My phone better not die. Okay, 25 milligrams to grams. So this is going the opposite direction because we're going milligrams to grams. So it's going that direction. And how many places is milligrams? Sorry, that M is a mess. 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go the opposite direction now. My invisible decimal, remember you have an invisible decimal and you go 1, 2, 3. So I add my decimal, 0 to 5. Now these I don't have the answers. I think Miss Lopez might put the answers for these on the slides. I'm not sure, but for sure your homework answers will be on the slides. So, okay, so then the next thing, I'm going to do a word problem, and this one kind of made me, oh no, this one was a good one. Tomorrow's is going to be crazy. I was looking that over. It's not crazy. I shouldn't say that. That makes it sound negative. It's great. It's fantastic. It actually is stuff that you will use in the real world. All right, so when we are working with this one, we have a word problem. Hero has 5 kilograms of potatoes and 2 kilograms of onions, so that's the total amount of food he has. He plans to use 3 2/25 kilograms of the potatoes and 550 grams of onions for a recipe. How many total kilograms of the produce will be used? So because it's asking in kilograms, we have to change everything to kilograms. You cannot add, subtract, do any operation with 2 things that have different measurements. It just doesn't work. So you have to convert. We're going to convert the grams to kilograms. So again, if I'm going grams to kilograms, it's going to go that way. And then 1, 2, 3. Decimals there, 1, 2, 3. So I have 55 hundredths, what is that, onions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out the total amount of food he has, and that is 5 kilograms plus, 2 kilograms. So 5 plus 2 is 7 kilograms. And then I have to, it says he's going to use this much potatoes, 3 25 hundredths. That's potatoes. And he's going to use the 55 hundredths of onions. So how much produce won't be used? So we're going to add this up. 5. This is a total amount that he used. So 5 and 5 is 10. 8, 3. So he used 3 8 hundredths of the onions and potatoes. Then I'm going to find the difference. So I'm going to go 7, add my decimal and zeros, minus 3, 8. And I have to borrow 2. Then I get a 2 there. And 6 minus 3 is 3. So this is the total amount he had. That's how much he used. So what does he have left over that will not be used? 3. Sorry. And 2 tenths. Goodness gracious, what am I working in? Kilograms. Okay, so this is multi-step. So if you're not doing multi-step, you might be missing something in there. So just read them carefully, and hopefully that works for you. Hopefully this one works because the last one didn't. Make sure that you are monitoring, like kind of modifying, your own math. So you do what you can and don't spend too much time on it. And happy Thursday.